That's the worst whatever stand I've ever seen. It's just wobbly and oh yo, let's get it. Let's get it. Lakers Mavs, let's get it. Luca makes his return. Let's get it. Luca makes his return to Dallas. 69. The Mavs are doing a terrible job with getting AD the ball. They're crowding him in the paint, but got to make the adjustment. Got to get him the ball sooner. So all right, let me know where you're watching from. What city? What city? Lakers Mavs. 69-60. 69-60. Too late.
You get like 2 or 3 months. You get a little bit of extra time when you're a member, but you don't get 2 years.
No, we just got that this summer. That was the one we got from here.
I know,
Yeah. Okay, I
but
got
it's
you.
still been almost a year.
62-69.
Oh, really?
I was just 62-69. All right. 71-62. Something looks off with the Mavs here. All right. 73-62. I thought Davis would have a better game, but they're not giving him the ball quick enough. Right there. Okay, so they're gonna crowd him. All right, 3-point shot. 65-73. Definitely can feel the fact that Kyrie Irving is not playing in this game. Another giving up three. They gave up another three. I don't know what's going on with the Mavs, man. 76-65. Come on. Come on, please don't tell me y'all get ready to lay down to the Lakers. Look at that bad defense. 78. I just hate the fact that I just hate this. I hate seeing this. You trade this guy, and then he's carrying LeBron and making it look like LeBron is better. It's just not. This is ridiculous. Lakers are up at least 10. Anybody see the Barbie doll LeBron got for his weirdo fans? I saw that being released today too. But currently, the Dallas Mavericks are down. I don't know. They don't even look like they're really trying. I don't know what's up. I think they could play a little better than this. I was expecting AD to have a better game. I was expecting Anthony Davis to have a breakout game. I mean, but they're not really getting him the ball. When he gets the ball, they put three guys around him, which is expected. So then in that particular situation, you got to knock down shots. No Kyrie Irving, so they don't have Kyrie Irving to get into the paint, and so it's a little Clay score right now. 1 second. Lakers 78, Mavs 65. Lakers 78, Mavs 65. It was a tie game at halftime, but Mavs not closing out on the 3-point shot. Um, I don't know. They're not getting Davis the ball fast enough in the paint. He's been posted up with Luca. They've been matched up with Rui Hakamura on him, and they're just not getting him the ball. So they're denying the ball, but you can still get it to him fast enough so he can make his move. But then you got to knock down outside shots. So that means Klay Thompson needs to have a big game. Um, Coming in, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you turn on notification bells. I'm digging up the. Let's dig it up right here. Let's dig up the. I'm trying to get my everything working here. He said Davis is hurt. I don't know. Or maybe I'm lagging. I didn't know Davis got hurt. I didn't know he got hurt. Nuggets all the way. Nuggets, Nuggets, Nuggets are done. They fired their coach. Apparently for personal reasons, they had a little history of some back and forths. They didn't like the way they said that he was playing Russell Westbrook more minutes over a guard that they pretty much wanted to play more, especially in that 61 point loss. So I mean the when Nikola had 61 points and they dropped the game in that game. So yeah, they got a lot of personal reasons. They got a lot of personal reasons. Good basket. They got a lot of personal reasons. Oh, well, AD is always playing her, but they're not getting him the ball fast enough. They're not getting him the ball quick enough in his spots. So that's messing up the flow a little bit. But yeah. So the Nuggets are done because of that. Personally, I don't this new interim coach, if he's going to be permanent or not, doesn't have any experience, especially on the playoff level. So you got to wonder what type of adjustments and things he's going to be able to make. I wish they would have just fired Mike Malone after the season was over with. You don't do it 3 games before the playoffs get ready to start. You do that if they are losing and you just want to blow everything up. But I guess if they went on a run, then it would be sort of inexcusable. But however, it's still inexcusable, especially since he won a championship, not chips, for you. He won a championship for you, 69-78. And it's been the winningest coach they've had in their history, Denver Nuggets history. So Um, that's a foul. I'm so sick of LeBron hits Anthony Davis in the face. I'm so sick of them getting away with these fouls, man. I'm so sick of it, man. I'm sick of the Lakers getting away with all these crazy fouls. But anyway, yeah, so they're done. I think they're done. But I mean, I could be wrong. There's a game that comes on after this with Nikola Jokic, and I guess we'll have to see how that new coach performs. Free throws. 12 free throws made for the Lakers out of 16. 11 made out of 9. 9 made out of 11 for Mavericks. And only 6 3-point shots made. So that's an issue when you have missing Kyrie. Kyrie is missing. So, the point guard can get the ball in those different spots. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. As far as player stats, we see Luka Dončić is carrying the Lakers again with 35 points. LeBron only has 14, so I want you guys to know that LeBron has 14 points, so he's definitely being carried. Uh, Jokic to the Lakers, that's not gonna happen. Marshall, 23 points. Davis has 6 points the whole game right now. I didn't expect Davis to come out with 6 points. If they're gonna win, they're gonna have to get Davis the ball, and he's gonna have to score more than 6 points. 6 points is not gonna work. And I don't know out of all the games he's been playing well. They're 5-1 with him in the lineup, right? 6 points tonight is not gonna get it. Yeah, 6 points not gonna get it tonight. Well, it's expected to Luca to have a breakout game, so he's returning. His emotions are running high. So he wants to prove a point. I don't even think this is. Yeah, okay. Davis got a bucket. That's his 12th point. Is it a timeout? 72-78. Oh, that's over the back. That's over the back right there. Backcourt violation. They want to win. They got to get Davis the ball in his spots. If they want any chance of winning, they got to get Anthony Davis the ball. Otherwise, they're not gonna win. And they don't have a center to guard him either, so they don't got a big to guard him. So I don't know. Davis is on the bench now. So Christy, you got to pull that shot up. Turn it over. You got to pull that shot up, man. Bad mistake. That's terrible. Step up. Swing it. Step up. Gafford saved the ball. Okay. Too many 3-point shots. Okay. JJ Redick takes a timeout. The Lakers will go on this type of drought in the second half. That's how the Oklahoma City Thunder they do this. Have a so let's see. Let's just see. Someone said Shannon Sharp almost brought into tears defending LeBron. Any update on Jalen Wells? I saw he fell on his neck in the game, and they had to strap him down. They gotta take care of the basketball for real. $2 minutes and 46 seconds left in up. They scored 70. It's 80-72. I don't know. I don't got a good feeling about the Mavs right now. So I don't got a good feeling about this right now. I'm sorry, Max Christie just got the ball ripped straight out of his hands. Going back up to a 10-point lead. Oh no, they call that fast break foul. 81-72. This is when you need Klay Thompson out there to play good. What has Klay Thompson done?
Oh,
83-72. LaMelo Ball is the GOAT. He can't even stay healthy. Anything with a mellow on it can't stay healthy. Where you getting your offense from right now? That's the thing. Look at the offense, man. It looks terrible. 74-83. The offense for the Mavs looks so scattered and so terrible right now. Yeah, man, they look terrible. This offense is terrible. Ooh, that's a bad shot. Well, the playoffs are close, so I guess that's a okay. Good shot. That's easy. That's what you got to do to Davis. You got to get the ball deep into the paint and just let him turn around and back you up. That's what you got to do. Got to get the rebound. That's can't get out rebounded by a smaller team. Turnover. Huh? Go get it. PJ Washington airballs the three. Come on, man. Get in the paint. They don't got anybody to guard you guys in the paint, man. You don't got to take a 3-point shot. This is the second 3-point shot he's airballed, man. Come on, bro. What? They bailed the Lakers out with a foul with 6 seconds left on the game clock. Challenge it then. If you don't think it's a foul, challenge it. I guess we got to see what type of quarter they can put. Their offense is really stagnant here. Moondu Monkey. What is your name? Moondu Monkey. Get off my live, monkey. Moondu Monkey. That's your name. How you have a profile picture and your name is Moondu Monkey? What the hell that even mean? What does that even mean? What does that even mean? That's one of the dumbest names I've ever seen in the history of me being on Facebook. That must mean that you must be one of the least educated people on the planet to name yourself Moon Do Monkey. I don't even talk to monkeys. Monkeys don't get talked to. We're going into the fourth quarter right now. So Davis looks like he's apparently a little banged up, but they're not they're not getting him the ball fast enough. So I noticed that throughout the game. I think the Lakers gonna end up playing the Warriors in the first round. Wait, what seed? Three? I don't know what seed the Lakers. I mean, the Warriors gonna be. Well, they may get Memphis in the first round, which you already know. I don't want to see that. That's gonna be some bull crap. Lakers versus the Memphis Grizzlies. We already know they're gonna. Miranda, he ain't gonna get no free throws. He ain't gonna get to the line. He gonna get disrespected. They're gonna let him fall to the ground. They're gonna help the Lakers out. So I think that's what they're aiming. I think that's who they're aiming to play in the first round. Memphis versus the Lakers. Klay Thompson has 3 points. The whole game, Klay Thompson has three. This is why the Warriors got, they didn't give him the bag because it's like, he's so off and on. Is Klay Thompson is so up and down, man. If he can just give you 20 points, which should be nothing, then they would be in. Come on. Davis got fouled. They didn't call it. 78 to 83. When he was in LA, they was calling that. I don't want to say Clay is washed, but it's so inconsistent, man. 3 points the whole game. Come on, bro. All right, 80 to look at LeBron getting frustrated. They too big. 80 to 83 right now. So they got to go with Jackson Hayes. They got two bigs in. Air ball from Gabe Vincent. You keep hearing that that's Anthony Davis because they're not. He's not. He's getting. They. When he was in LA, he stayed on the free throw line. He was getting like 10, 12 free throws a game, man. He not getting nothing right now. 81, 83. Well, they're giving Luca a little rest. They're gonna probably bring him back in. 82, 83. All right, Clay, get the ball. Okay, Chrissy, with the follow in 84, 83. That's how you got to beat the Lakers. You got to play bigger than them. I'm a little nervous about Davis right now because he's kind of, he's wincing. Lakers back up 185, 84. Clay, absolutely nothing. He misses the three. When they ask Clay what he did this game, he gonna say nothing. I got 3 points. Step up, step up, step up. Yep, yep. Steal. Clay, yep. Book it. 87, 85. Book it. They're gonna go back to Luca now. Luca got to come back in the game because that bum. I'm telling you, it's like this guy is the most overrated player in the NBA, man, in history. He got an action doll. Uh, Dude, this dude is just he's a baby, man. As a matter of fact, I got something for you guys. I didn't want to do this, but I'm gonna go ahead on and do it. Forget it. I'm just gonna go ahead on and make this the background picture. I'm sorry. I know it's delayed. Yes, Latant. Yep. Here you go. Here's the background picture. I'm keeping this up for the rest of the playoffs. I can't stand this guy. There goes the baby bottle. There goes the crib, the baby oil, the pacifier, and the milk. I can't take it no more. I don't know what happened. Where Sean is at? I know Sean's somewhere going crazy. If he's watching the game, I'm sorry. This picture adds a little bit of excitement. Lakers, JJ's on a timeout. Looks like he's gonna have to go back with Luca. Luca's not gonna get his rest. Those those onion rings look so good. There go Patrick Mahomes. They just got to get the ball into the paint, man. They can't if they can get the ball into that's like because he plays. They got to play a little slower because they don't got Kyrie out there no more. So get the ball into the paint and just that's how you win the game. Tie game, you got to step up. 87-87. Mm, that was Davis. That's a bad shot. Look at how he has to pull the ball back out now because he. What was that? Did he just? He just pushed off. Yeah, he hooked him. Can't do that. That's an offensive foul too. 90-87. 90-87. Lakers are up by 3. That's a foul. Wait, out. Oh my God. Okay, remind me here. 7 minutes. Ronnie James, future All Star. I gotta record this play. They let Luca grab his jersey. Look at this. And they didn't. They weren't gonna call it. Bronny James, future All Star. Yeah, okay. Nah, I doubt it. I doubt it. I don't see that happening. That's a terrible play there too. That's stagnant. All that's why you need Kyrie, man. They definitely not gonna win anything without Kyrie. Nah, I don't see that happening. I don't see him being a future All Star. He don't even deserve to be in the league. He's only in the league because of his daddy. Lead back up to 5. Foul. Challenge it. That's a foul. That's a foul. That's a foul. 93-87. Dunwoody is out. I don't know where they're going to get their offense from, man. 94-87. Foul. All over, baby. 90-94. Can I buy this? I wish I wish it was for sale. The Bronny James milk dial. I've never been a fan of the transition three. 96-90. Because I don't understand why you got a break with one person, right? And you don't just get the easy layup. All right. PJ up with a 393-96. He's smiling, but I'm not smiling until you actually get the lead, man. Like, smile. Don't smile until you. I wish it was for sale. 99-93. Got to get the rebound. He got fouled. They didn't even call it. Here comes the locomotive. Here comes the. Did you hear what they said? The locomotive. Who's the locomotive? Bro, my wife can shoot a better jump shot than that. Did you see his jump shot? What the heck was that? Lee who? LOL. Lee Tantrum. Yep, Lee Tantrum James. Coming to a theater near you. Free throws? Is it free throws coming up for the Mavs? No, that ain't no side out. That's come on, Chris. You gotta hit the shot. Fire Nico Champs to start it again. I just wish they go ahead and fire the man. Put him out of his misery. He missed both free throws. Oh my God. I- both of the free throws he missed. Well, LeBron would think if he saw that, he probably would try to get it banned. He probably would try to get it banned. uh, Mavs coming up a little disappointing here, but they can't really get to the free throw line either. So it's like, what do you do? I'll be glad when it's all right. So for that one, I'm not gonna let you disrespect Kobe's wife like that. So you're gonna get blocked. I'm gonna block you for this. You're not gonna come over here and disrespect Vanessa Bryant like that. So you're definitely blocked, sir. That's ridiculous. And they should have. Yeah. Well, sorry. I, yep. You're blocked. You can't no longer comment. So yeah, that was just. They were talking about that how LeBron fans just sit up all day and disrespect Vanessa Bryant. It's like and this is the reason why I can't stand LeBron because of the stuff that they do. Like bringing Vanessa Bryant into this game has nothing to do with Kobe, and this doesn't make any sense. Like, what was the point of that statement? And if I didn't have my kids sitting here, I would say so. You said Coach Kidd should bring back Davis Gafford in the game. I've never been no big Coach Kidd fan, but uh, yeah, man. Uh, Gafford is the real protector, but I don't know what Coach Kidd is doing. They ain't got that much time. Not getting much productivity out of Klay Thompson. He got 6. So, and LA is getting away with every kind of foul that you can think about. So, I don't know, man. Even if I don't like a sports team, if you're going to win the game, if you're winning fair and square, I ain't got nothing to say. But there's just too much manipulation. Um, Charles Barkley said it maybe a couple weeks ago, protecting the rim. He said that, he said LeBron got a chance to stack his teams. That's all he's been doing. So it's like, I mean, it's kind of cheating. You know what I'm saying? It's like you trading in a new girlfriend for another one. Like you just keep trading her in and trading her in or trading. Or I don't know, man. Maybe that was a bad analogy. Maybe I need to come up with a different analogy. But it's just like because I mean, some people can do that, but you get the point that I'm making. And if he doesn't win, because they're trying to force him to win again, if he doesn't win, I don't know what the excuses are going to be. Want to hit the cash app you can. Raw Sports TV 23. Uh, um, Super thanks at Raw Sports TV 23. Airball. That was terrible. That was just terrible. Is Gafford in? 103.93. Yeah. I keep hearing that. Gafford is on the pitch. I don't know. Sometimes I think they be trying to help. The lane is wide open right now. He's bringing Klay Thompson back in. Yeah, this one's finna be over with, man. This is finna be over with. Coach Kidd is dumb. Kid is dumb. I agree with you. Kid is dumb. As soon as he took him out, it's the lane is open, so they just making layups. Well, there you go. Thank Coach Kidd for putting Gafford on the bench. Yeah. Oh well, and I can't say what I want to say because I want to yell something when he put him on the. So I can't think of a word to yell that would be appropriate for the matter. But yeah, terrible man. I need to get a streaming light. Yeah, you're right. I guess. Yeah, this game's stupid, man. They got the Houston Rockets, and then they got who else next? The Portland Trailblazers. So I think they will lock their spot in the game if they actually win tonight, right? So uh, I agree. This is one stupid something game, if you know what I mean. 105-93. 105-93. Gafford is still on the bench. He's still on the bench. Oh, the Nuggets too. Listen, man, that's one of those things. If it ain't really broke, don't fix it. So it's like I don't understand. Like, why would you do something like that? Why would you? Why would you fire your coach? I don't get that. What Gafford must be done because kid don't look like he put them in the game. 3 minutes left. See, rebounding. Look at that. They got 3 rebounds in a row. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. Why won't you bring back your big? That's the reason why they got. What is wrong with Jason Kidd, man? I need to fly. I need to go drive down. I would slap the out of him right now if I could get close to him. I agree with you. He took the big out when the big was in the game. They were up. Like who put money in his pocket, man? I want to slap the piss out of him right now. Look at the tantrum. He's sitting here acting like he didn't commit the foul. Oh, Jason Kidd has to be one of the worst coaches in American history. In English American history, he has to be one of the worst coaches I've ever seen. You come back, you take the lead because you had your big in the game and they were having problems. You take your big out of the game and the Lakers get the lead again. If this ain't some bull, unless they yeah, unless they got Josh Kiddey on the team, they not coming back. Not with no yeah. So Nico Harrison has to look like a damn fool right now because he traded away. He got 40 points. Luca damn near got 40 points. Baby, oh, said this is amazing. Luca got almost 40 points, and why would you trade away a player? He got 40 points almost. What's your excuse? You said he wasn't in shape. He has 43 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. Can somebody tell me? Can somebody please tell me? Does this trade make any sense? Oh well, yeah. He has 45 points now. Yeah, if Kyrie was in the game, it would be a much different. So Nico Harrison has to be. They're cheering for him. They're cheering for him. Nico has to feel real stupid because he said he was fat, he was out of shape, and all this other kind of stuff. And now he comes back in his first game, saves LeBron the tantrum again, gives you 45 points. Yeah. Where did I get that from? That's awesome. The baby oil and the milk and the number six. Oh man, no, I found it floating around on TikTok. You said it makes no sense. It's just as worse as the Mike Malone firing. I know why it was done. They're trying to help. It spells LeBron all around it. He knew the trade was coming. He wanted it to happen. The NBA is trying to help him win again. And I've never seen a player in the history of the game where the NBA is really trying to help you win for 20 seasons. They're just like, yeah, give him this, give him that. That's why the trade went down. That's the only logic it makes. Luca doesn't look fat to me. I'm looking at him right now. It don't look like he's really, I don't know what type of conditioning he's in, but he don't look fat like they were trying to say. So this is a classic. Oh my God, yeah. So that's why the trade was happening. LeBron fans are out of control, though, man. They're some of the worst fans in American sports. They're not even fans of the game of basketball, period, because they're just fans of a player. First, it was the Miami Heat, then it was the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now it's the Lakers, and they claim you said this is the worst fraud NBA season ever. I had just told my wife this too. I said this reminds me of COVID. This reminds me of the COVID year. If you remember, during the COVID was one of the strangest years, not just in sports, but in history of in the history of the game, because that's the year they won the championship in the pandemic. It was a lot of things that went wrong. It took a lot of stuff to go wrong for them to win. Yeah, yeah, they fired the Memphis Grizzlies coach. They fired right before with a week left in the season. I love it. Fire Nico. Fire Nico. Yeah, that's what's going on. They need to keep those checks. Now Luca is crying again. But see, he's got the devil. Oh, what the hell they put Brownie in the game for? Why they put this bum in? Yeah, COVID and this year was the worst fraud season ever, man. Worst season ever. Because they won in the bubble, but they couldn't win outside the bubble. And now they're trying to help this bum again. Right? They're trying to help this bum again. The only team that stands a chance of possibly beating the Lakers are the Golden State Warriors. So we got to go all the way in because Houston, they're not gonna let Houston do it. Let's just play chess, right? Let's play it. Denver Nuggets are not gonna do it because that firing. Okay. Then what's three? Who else is in the playoff? Man, don't even think about Memphis. They're gonna put them in foul trouble. So you got the Clippers. They don't like. They don't never want the Clippers to be a thing in LA. You hear it? Fire Nico. Fire Nico. Nah, that man right there, a dirty bum. He don't care about nobody. He's one of the most selfish bastards I've ever seen. He got a doll after him. How you gonna have a Ken doll after your man? This man is yeah. He held them hostage, made them draft his bum sons. This is terrible. And if they won the championship, I would be pissed because there's no such thing as a coach coming in the NBA in his first year winning it. Yeah, Dallas didn't let that man go just like that. Dallas did not let that man go just like that. Markieff Morris already revealed that LeBron James knew about the trade. In fact, it is a proven fact that every person that LeBron has desired to play with, he's played with them. Dwayne Wade exposed this. Dwayne Wade said that he put down the phone when Kobe won his last fifth ring and he got sort of upset and jealous. And he called LeBron. That's how they teamed up. Okay? And you think about it. He wanted the Anthony Davis. He got Anthony Davis. They got rid of everybody. And then he got done using Anthony Davis up. He used Anthony Davis up and got rid of him. And then he was quoted on video saying that he loved and always wanted to play with Luca. And he wanted to sign him to his deal. Right? And all of a sudden, magically, just because he loves and likes to play with someone, he's playing with them. So you saying Dallas didn't have nothing to do? No, they had, yeah, this had everything to do with LeBron. Because they didn't really stand a chance of winning again with Anthony Davis and breaking down and et cetera. So they, this is what they're doing. So he needs somebody to carry him. Who got the most points in this game? Luka Dončić, 45. How you the greatest player in the world, but you being carried by someone else on your team? It's the same scenario. So you can miss me with that BS. You got to be the LeBron fans got to be the most idiotic, delusional fan base I've seen in America. They got to be crazy. Is he? Yeah, he ain't got nothing to say to LeBron. He walking away. He know what it is. He backstabbed Davis. Look at this. The man is loved. The man is loved in his own town and the place they drafted him. I mean, he's from Sylvania, but I'm just saying they drafted him. This is like home. Your first sports franchise, and you get screwed. There goes Luca and Mark Cuban. You hear him? Chicago. But this doesn't even make sense. Yeah, your teammates, you're being used. You're being used. Bulls 105.95. Look at listen to it. Listen. Does this sound like a person you train? You hear this? The fans haven't even left the building. They're staying. Man, the new owners are not getting a team here in Vegas. Okay, I live in the city of Vegas. They're not getting a damn team here in Vegas. That's not happening. That's not. It's not happening. No team is coming to Vegas. Mavericks are not moving. They already shut that down, man. That's not happening. Mavericks aren't moving to Vegas. No, they're not moving to Vegas. They've already. It's not happening. They're not relocating. They're not relocating that team to Vegas. That's not happening. They already shut it down. Adam Silver said if they are going to have a team here, which they will, they're going to have one that's going to come from scratch. So it's not going to be the Mavericks. As a matter of fact, yeah. Yeah, no, that's not the truth. That was a rumor. That was a rumor because everybody couldn't figure out why in the hell they made that trade. Yeah. That was a rumor. That wasn't the truth. That was a rumor. They had all kind of rumors going on. And that rumor came out from not Scap Attack, but Hoops Report that they were going to try to relocate the Dallas Mavericks here. That's not happening. They're not moving the Dallas Mavericks here. The reason why Luka Dončić had to go to LA, it was a business deal because they signed a new contract, and that contract is with NBC. That's the reason why he moved. Okay. Thank you. Once he, once they signed this deal with the NBC, like they did before, they're no longer on TNT. Who's the main prime team? What are the two prime teams in NBA history? It's the Lakers and the Boston Celtics. Those are the two prime teams. So currently, as constructed, the Lakers would be garbage before with Anthony Davis. Okay, are you going to put that product on NBC? So they're trying to set up these matchups on NBC and have them be the face of the league. Jason Tatum and LeBron James with Luka Dončić. This was a business deal to get the ratings back up. Oh, but they're not. They're not. That's not happening. They're not coming here. They're not coming. They're not coming. We would have some idea living in the city. I live in the city, so it's like you would have an idea because there would be some type of construction. There would be construction going on. There's no construction here. We have the T-Mobile Arena. Is what we have. We have T-Mobile Arena. That's where we go and watch NBA games in the preseason when they have it, where the play-in tournaments at. But the T-Mobile Arena does not want to uh, lease it over for NBA game. They don't want to do that. They want to keep the options open and have everything else going. So that they're not moving here. They're not moving here to Dallas. That's not happening. This was a business deal. In fact, Nico Harrison was Anthony Davis representative back in the day, right? He was so they have a relationship. They had a relationship. This was strictly to bring ratings to NBC. TNT is over with. TNT is over with. That's all done. NBC is a major network. Not that TNT isn't, but it's probably a bigger network than TNT, right? It's probably a bigger network than TNT. So who you gonna put on there? You gotta be able to. The NBA ratings have been suffering for years. Football is triumphant, beating them. They got beat out by the WNBA, Clayton and Clark. I mean that Negro ain't the second greatest player of all time. That's a bunch of bull. I never seen a man who lost 6 times. You can't convince me. I don't care what you do. Because my question is this: if they win something, Luca's not going to get any credit at all. So you're doing this much. You got to do this much to try to prove that he's good by sticking him with Anthony Davis, sticking him with Luka Dončić, Kyrie, all these people, D Wade. Come on, man. This is a business deal. So that's the truth. Ain't no team moving from Dallas. Mark Cuban already shut that down. Ain't no team moving from Dallas here. They're not getting ready to lose a team. They're not getting ready to happen. I don't care about what you're saying about they said it would never happen. No, they're not. Adam Silver already said it out of his mouth. He said that they are planning on bringing a team here, but it won't be the Mavs. It's not getting ready to be the Las Vegas Mavericks. That rumor was started by a channel called Hoop Reports. And he was speculating. He was speculating. So we're gonna take something that Hoop Report said because and he made that video the next day after the trade. Everybody was speculating because it didn't make any sense, but it makes sense now because the NBA has lost their contract or they're taking their contract away from TNT. It's no longer going to be on TNT anymore. Inside the game, NBA, all that is going to be gone from TNT. LeBron is going to have to retire, right? LeBron is going to eventually have to retire. So if he retires, who is going to be the new face of the Lakers? It's going to be Luka Dončić. Who's going to be the face? Luka Doncic is going to be the face. It couldn't have been Anthony Davis because Anthony Davis is going to be 32 years old, injury prone, and he's not big enough to be the face of that franchise. But Luka Doncic is an international superstar. So what they did was kill two birds in one stone. They're not going to have. We are going to get a team. We're not going to get a team that move. That they're not coming here. LeBron is probably going to be having ownership in it, but it's not going to be them. The Dallas Mavericks are still going to be there. Yeah, Dallas Mavericks are still going to be there. What's up? What's up? This was a move for the Genie Bus to get another face in so that they can simply say they can sell tickets post LeBron. I don't know how many more seasons. I hope to God that he goes away this season. I'm tired of him. I'm simply tired of him. I'm not gonna lie. So I hope that he retires. Him and Chris Paul. And I don't really have a problem with Chris Paul. It's just like, Chris Paul was in that draft class too. He's still playing. And I feel like, move out the way and let these young guys do something, man. So second, the first. Not with 6 finals losses and 2 sweeps in different decades and losing to Steph Curry 3 times in the NBA finals. No, he's not. I don't care, but they'd be like, but what about his stats? What about his stats though? No, that don't mean anything. There you go. There you go. There you go. All this coaching and firing. That's what's happening. Coaching and firing. Well, we get a chance to see what the coach looks like right now. There's the coach right there with his tight pants on right there. I don't know. I It's almost like, I don't know, having a pilot that's on the airplane getting a lesson, and all of a sudden he has to take over, and it's his first time flying a plane. I would lose my mind if you told me that. You couldn't tell me that I'm on a plane with a pilot. Most players don't even make it to the NBA Finals. Should he get a cookie for a participation award? For that? I mean, he was in the Eastern Conference and he couldn't make it to the NBA Finals until he teamed up with D Wade. So what does that mean? Most players don't even make it to the NBA Finals. Who cares? Did you win? Did you dominate when you got there? He didn't dominate at all. He ended up being 4-6. And so right now they're trying to help him again. They're trying to help him win. This is what's happening right now. Let's help LeBron. That's what's going on. Yeah, that's because they're trying to get gaming. They're trying to get gaming in Dallas. They're trying to get gambling or gaming in Dallas. And who knows if that's going to get approved. It may get approved. They're trying to reconstruct and get gaming or some type of casino in Dallas. But they're not getting ready to move the Dallas Mavericks fan base. That they make a lot of money. They're not getting ready to move the whole team here. That's not going to happen. That's not happening. Denver was interrupting the Boston Lakers script. Oh yeah, the past 2 seasons. That I agree with. Dallas got help with Anthony Davis. How? They had just listen to what you just said. One of a kind. How did they get help with that Anthony Davis when they just went to the finals without him? I want sometimes. I want people to sometimes think about the stuff they say before they type. How is it that they got help when they just went to the finals without him? And then the year before they went to the Western Conference Finals. And guess who took them there? It was Luca, right? So why would you get rid of the person unless there was conduct detrimental to the team? Why would you do that, huh? That makes no sense. So how is Anthony Davis, who is injury prone, if you think about it, how is he helping the Dallas Mavericks? He missed most of the games since the trade deadline with the injury, right? A growing injury. In his very first game, he was injured. And I think he came back for the last few games of the season. So that's not necessarily helping them win, if you want to think about it. Actually caused Kyrie Irving to play more minutes and ended up hurting his ACL or MCL. Oh yeah. That is true. Also, they did create a new CBA to try to help the LA Lakers. Oh, the Warriors. Yeah, I agree with you on that one. They did try to do that. The CBA rules to try to help them. But Warriors are doing good with Jimmy Butler. We got to see how that plays out. So you are correct. Yeah, you can't make it up. The CBA was the collective bargaining agreement well, they did that, and that ended up stopping the Denver Nuggets also. Yeah, yeah, you can't make this stuff up. You are correct. They did do that. They came down. They was like, well, we can't have this. Ky- Kyrie Irving and Anthony Davis will win a championship. I don't know what you smoking. Did you just not see that Kyrie Irving has just torn his meniscus or ACL? One of the two. I can't remember which one of it was, but it was a knee injury. It's torn. So he's not even gonna be. He's not even going to be able to play in training camp or be available in the beginning of the season, or we don't know when Kyrie is coming back, and he's older. So to think that they're going to win a championship with him and Anthony Davis, who can't even play a whole Anthony Davis hurt in this game, huh? Well, if they don't approve the gaming, they don't prove the gaming. But they're not coming. They're not coming here to Las Vegas. That's not happening. They're not coming here to Las Vegas. That you got that from a conspiracy theorist channel, and I don't have anything wrong with conspiracy theories, but that's where that came from. And he threw out multiple reasons, and you keep glancing over the other reason he threw out. He said, "Is this possible that they're doing this to try to help LeBron win a championship?" So that's where you got that from. Because I watched the video too, and as a matter of fact, I talked about this when it happened. That video was out the next day. I don't know if the trade was on a Sunday or Saturday. It happened in the middle of the night. Like, it was unusual, and it was out the next day. You don't think LeBron James didn't know if they drafted his son Brownie? What makes you think he didn't know about that trade? Marcus Morris already said he knew. I'm not lying. I'm just repeating. I'm repeating what the NBA players said. They knew about it. That's what I'm thinking. The Warriors versus the LA Lakers in the Western Conference Finals. But see, here's the problem with that. How long are you going to continue to milk this storyline? And then the two teams that you have in the East is the Boston Celtics and you got the Boston Celtics and the Golden State Warriors. I mean the Boston Celtics and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Those are the teams that you got in the West. Well, these are conspiracy theories, though. You keep giving me conspiracy theories. Yeah, they do own it. They own casinos here, but that doesn't mean the team is moving here. What do I think of Mike Malone's firing? I think it's the uh, worst, one of the worst firings in NBA history. I, if they were going to fire him, they should have fired him. They should have fired him after the season was over with. But then they made this excuse that if they would have fired him uh, and they won or went on a historic run, which is BS, that you know it would make it harder. It would make it more difficult to do. So I think that's the yeah. You keep trying to connect the dots, but the common denominator has always been LeBron. And like my man just said, they want to have that matchup again because they want ratings. This is a business. They want to generate ratings. They want to generate ratings, man. So high playoff ratings. Boots from yeah, no, this is about ratings, man. They're trying to get ratings, man. That's what this is about. The NBA has been hemorrhaging and they've been suffering when it comes down to ratings, making money. Okay. All-Star game tanks, dunk contest tanks, All-Star Sunday tanks. So who are the two most who are the most popular players in the NBA? Not best, popular. Some kind of way is LeBron, Steph, and Luca, right? Those are the common denominators. You can look this up on ESPN. Not the best players, the most popular. Those are three right there. Three of the top. Isn't it a coincidence that you got Steph, Luca, and LeBron? And so everybody counted the Warriors out. Now they got Jimmy Butler, and they're a tad bit better. And here we go, right? They don't want Nikola Jokic getting his fifth or fourth. What is it? How many MVPs? He should have about 4 or 5, right? Now, the era he's playing in is watered down, but he should have about 4 or 5 regular season MVPs. They're gonna go ahead and give it to SGA, and everybody thought that SGA was probably going to win. I don't think it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't know if the experience or what, but I just don't think it's gonna happen. And I don't necessarily want to blame it on experience. They're gonna just control that game, right? Some kind of way. They're gonna manipulate that game. See, if you're gonna beat the Lakers, you got to do what Josh Kiddey did to him. He got to the paint. The Bulls own them. They don't want to see that matchup. Bulls are too fast for the Lakers. Kobe White, Josh Giddey. Yeah, they're not winning anything with Russell Westbrook. That's just not gonna happen. Russell Westbrook, the Denver Nuggets. That's gonna be because they need to shoot 3-point shots, and Westbrook ain't a good 3-point shooter. That's what I never understood that dynamic. And then you got Jamal Murray, who is not available at the time, or he's always injured. And you need Jamal Murray if the Denver Nuggets are going to win a championship or are going to even contend. But Jamal Murray always injured. That he has. Yes, it is his fault. It is his fault. You want to know why it's fault? It's because he wants all the media attention to himself. It's his fault. If it was not his fault, he should retire. LeBron's a narcissist. He wants it all the glory, everything on him. That's why he went on the Pat McAfee show and brought it all the way back to him. Everything goes back to him. Him in the NBA. These other players don't have these big. He's got the night contract behind them, so they're all in cahoots to force this. You understand what I'm saying? You got Under Armour's biggest force is Steph Curry, right? So you got to make sure that Steph Curry is getting some visibility. He doesn't get enough as LeBron. He doesn't get enough promotion, and Steph Curry has been the biggest part of the market for the NBA over the last 10 years or 13 years. But only thing they do is market the dude that's 4-6 in the NBA Finals, and he loves it. He loves the attention. He loves soaking this time. So yeah, you can't have another face if that dude don't get out the way and they don't decide to say, "Hey, all right, we're done." David Stern would have never allowed this. David Stern would have moved on from this storyline. But Adam Silver, he don't have enough balls to actually do it. So yeah, Adam Silver don't. Your mama cry too. I like that. I like that too. She cried more than a woman that stand on Figueroa Street. How about that? Now take that. Put two and two together. But that's the honest truth. To put it in perspective. So I had that channel and it was a rumor. But it was a good rumor in terms of if you want to say uh connecting the dots, that was some good, putting it together in that terms. Yeah. So I can see the connection there. I can see the connection, but that's not what's gonna happen. People keep trying to get the common denominator and move away from it, and that's one common denominator. All right, let's reverse what you're saying. Anthony Davis stays in LA. LeBron retires. It's about putting seats in the tickets. You gonna make Bronny James your face? I mean, I'm not sure. I'm sure they would try to do it, but he's not ready. So what do? You got to get you somebody else. How many more years do you think Lebalco can play? Bron didn't turn anything. I think Luka Dončić had 45 points. Luka Dončić had 47 points, if I'm not mistaken. He was the actual one that carried them. So you can miss me with that when you talking about some Bron turned up in the fourth quarter. No, he didn't. I think I know LeBron fans gotta hate that he got somebody to carry him. LeBron fans gotta hate that he got somebody that's better than him on that team. That y'all gotta hate that because y'all really want to give him the glory, but you can't. I can't say that about Steph, right? The offense works with Steph. Steph not in the game yet. And he not playing well. They're not gonna win. I don't care if you put Jimmy Butler around him. I don't care who. Bron had 27, right? But Luca had 45. Bron is not the first leading scorer on that team. Anthony Davis was actually leading them in points until Luca. He was their number one scorer until Luca showed up. So LeBron is being carried. It's okay. The math is the math, especially if you like to use stats. The math is the math. Oh, I don't care what you say. This the truth is the truth. I'm telling you the truth. Who had 45 points tonight? Was it LeBron or Luca? Tell me which one. Luca had already had 25 points in the first quarter. 20, 20, 23, 24 in the first quarter. LeBron had 4. So how is it LeBron if you want to use logic? Unless you just want to slob on his knob, like corn on the cob, if that's what you want to do. Am I if this man is 40, so what does that mean that he's 40? What does that mean? That okay, he's 40. Okay, let's reverse that. He's 40 years old. Okay. He's been carried his whole career. 40, 30. So Anthony Davis been carrying him before he was 40. Anthony Davis has the most points. He led them in points. Okay. While he was on the Lakers. In that 6 years, Anthony Davis, he was the one. LeBron led him in assists, which means that Anthony Davis was the best player on the team. Current MVP right now, Jason Tatum. No, Jalen Brown. Jalen Brown is the current Finals MVP. Jalen Brown. Regular season MVP. Didn't it go to Nikola Jokic, if I'm not mistaken, or Joel Embiid? Between those two, are we debating if LeBron is better than Luca? LeBron isn't better than Luca right now at this stage, and if you think so, you smoking crack. Who won the Finals MVP of what year? That's such a broad statement. 2020 Finals MVP. Okay, let me ask you this question. Anthony Davis led them in points, rebounds, and assists. I'm sorry, Anthony Davis in 2020 led the Lakers in points, rebounds, and assists, right? The whole season, which means they wouldn't have even gotten to the finals with Anthony Davis because the year before they got eliminated by the New York Knicks. And most of the points that LeBron scored, it was in garbage time. And it was against the fifth seed Miami Heat, which was one of the weakest teams since 1985 to actually play in the NBA Finals. No fifth seed has been in the NBA Finals since then. That's how weak it was. And so when LeBron James actually ended up getting his points, the Lakers were already up by double digits. And you want to know why they were up by double digits? It was because Anthony Davis was the person and the reason why they were up by double digit points. So really, he should have been the Finals MVP, but we know they couldn't have gave it to him because they would have taken away the glory from LeBron. Matter of fact, here's another question. Here's who was in MVP conversations before he left and went to LA. I mean to Dallas. It was Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis was in MVP conversation before he left and went to Dallas. Not LeBron James. So who's better? Yeah, Luca is better than LeBron right now. Absolutely. LeBron, absolutely, he's better. Absolutely. And if you think that LeBron is better than Luca right now, I want some of what you smoking and drinking. If you think that LeBron is better than Luka Dončić right now, I would actually want some of what you smoking and drinking. Because you actually don't believe that. They're both not good defenders, but you got a man that's basically standing around and watching another man score. He get a ball to Luca and get out the way. That's what he here. That's what's happening. He get a ball to Luca. Luca had 25 points, if I'm not mistaken. He was either 21 or 25 in the first half. By the no. By the time the third quarter got here, he already had 30 in the first half. That's not true. That's not true. He led them in points. No, that's not true. That's a goddamn lie. Only thing that LeBron James led them in 2020 was assists per game. As a matter of fact, I can pull it up right now on my computer. We can pull it up right here. Assists per game is what he led them up. He led them in. Mm, let's pull it up right now. I don't understand why another man calls another man king unless he got some sugar in his tank. Unless he got some sugar in his tank. That's the only reason why I can see another man calling another man king. But let me bring this up. Let's bring it up. Let's read it for you. Reading is so fundamental. Let's bring this up. Uh, all right, 2020. Davis led Lakers in points and blocks. Let's bring it up. All right, let's bring this up. I'm bringing it up right here. In 2020, Anthony Davis led the Los Angeles Lakers in points, blocks, and rebounds. Anthony Davis averaged 31.2 points per game, 6 rebounds, propelling the Lakers to victory against the Denver Nuggets. Okay, this is during the regular season. He led them in all major categories. All major categories during the regular season. Now, Anthony Davis was on the I'm on a Clutch Sports on an epic run leading the Lakers. So she's on the balcony. You see the common denominator here? Is Anthony Davis is the common denominator. He's the reason why Anthony Davis is the reason why. No real basketball fan expects him to be the best player. Oh, but yeah, but see now let me just counteract what you said. So he just implied that King James, aka what you call him, carried the Lakers tonight. And see, that's the reason why. That's the reason why. Yeah, no one expects a 40-year-old player to be that, but bronzexuals are not going to admit that he isn't. Bronzexuals don't want to admit that he isn't the best basketball player on the floor. But see, if they're winning and if they some kind of way win, Luka Doncic is not going to get he's not going to get the credit for it. They're going to give it to LeBron. When Luka was the actual person that just brought the Dallas Mavericks to the NBA Finals, not LeBron. LeBron ain't lead the Lakers to no NBA Finals. Anthony Davis did. Because the stats, you guys like numbers. Anthony Davis, his stats shows that he led them in points, rebounds, and blocks. LeBron James led them in assists that year per game. So according to the stats, Anthony Davis, you take him off the team, they wouldn't have even been in the bubble, that open gym tournament. So that just cools all that off, that nonsense off. You can't have it both ways. Either he's the best player in the NBA or either he's not the best player in the NBA. But you can't have it both ways. You gotta pick something. You gotta pick one. You gotta pick a side. And you gotta pick a position and you gotta stand with it. You gotta pick one side and you gotta stand with it. Yeah, you gotta pick a side and you gotta stay there. You can't have it both ways. Either he's the best player or he's not the best player. Either he's the best player or coming from somebody who thinks they know everything about basketball. Okay, cool. Yeah. Either he's the best player or he isn't the best player. You got to pick a side, man. You can't waver and go up and down. See, the Braun fans want to spin the narrative in the direction that they like to spin it in so they can control it. The man's not even better than Kobe Bryant. Absolutely. But they're trying to erase Kobe. That's the crazy thing. They're trying to erase Kobe Bryant out of the discussion. Absolutely. They're trying to erase Kobe out of discussion. Um, well, MJ and Kobe are both better. MJ is the greatest player to ever play the game. They're both better. So we are correct there. There we are correct. I have no disagreements there. Oh yeah. Um. Oh yeah. The Denver Nuggets are in trouble. I didn't even know Doug McDermott was still in. Huh? It won't let you type the stats. What stats are you looking for? Oh, okay. All right. I got a question for you. So you said stop. That's crazy. King James killed Kobe. Well, okay. Number one, every time Kobe was guarded by LeBron James, Kobe averaged 30. Now, number two, if that's the case, you said that he's better, right? Because he's 16-6 against him. Okay, Nikola Jokic is 8-1 against him in the last 2 years in the finals. I mean, in the playoffs. So that means Nikola Jokic is better than uh, LeBron James. Steph Curry is 3-1 against him in the NBA Finals. So that means, by your logic, Steph Curry is better than him. Terrence Mann is 11-1 against LeBron James during the regular season. So that means that Terrence Mann is better than LeBron James, according to your logic. So that's how we go there. MJ, well, that's it. And MJ and Kobe are both better.
Lowe's knows the projects you build in spring are the ones you can't wait to share. That's why we make sure you get the best deals, high Lowe's performance, and that you get help from people who done
Uh,
this spring.
I'm trying to find this article here.
Lowe's knows how to help you spring.
All right. As a matter of fact, yeah. So Kobe never lost in the final 6 times. Kobe never lost in the final 6 times. That's just easy. And his skills are better. You telling me when the game's on the line, you're gonna want to have LeBron James or Kobe Bryant at the free throw line? Who? Who? They don't even have the same type of mentality. Kobe's ability supersedes Kobe's ability supersedes LeBron James. In order for LeBron to win, he got to have like his team got to be crazy stacked. We see that now with Luka Dončić. Well, they don't do math very well because if they did, they would understand that 5-2 is better than 4-6.
Denver has not been a great defensive team this season, ranking in the NBA defensive efficiency. It's just really been an all-season long problem.
But if you're lacking math, you don't understand the math. So to say that LeBron is better when LeBron had to stack his teams to even stand a chance is got to be one of the most ridiculous statements that we could ever uh, allow out of our mouths. I've seen and heard a lot, but that right there, that's just that's just the media drip. That's just the media. I don't know what they got against Kobe, but they're not even on the same planet. The only thing LeBron does is layups and dunks, playing transition, layup, and it's in a soft era. LBJ is Magic and Michael combined. Are you on crack? Where is he? Where is he? Magic Johnson combined. And if he was, then he should be undefeated in the finals. But he isn't. There's nothing like Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson won his first. Magic Johnson won in the what was a rookie winning in the NBA Finals, not LeBron. Magic Johnson won 5 NBA championships, not LeBron. Magic Johnson wasn't carrying and traveling and flopping all over the place. See, if you're gonna repeat stuff, just be accurate. I already shut down the other argument that you brought up that uh the 16-6. I'm like, okay, well, Steph Curry is 3-1 against him. So in the NBA Finals, he owns them in the NBA Finals. Actually, the player who has the most losses in the playoffs is LeBron James. LeBron James has the most losses in the playoffs. How is he the GOAT when he has the most playoff losses, most missed shots, most turnovers, most missed shots in the NBA playoffs? All this goes to LeBron. So that means he's the best player to ever play the game. Man, gone somewhere, man. Next. Next. I don't even know why we entertain the nonsense. Nonsense. It was worth entertaining for a second, but it ain't worth entertaining it no more. Right. It's like me going to school and finding somebody with a test score that's four and out of made 4 out of 10, and then we go, "Oh, this is the best mathematician ever." It is how? Oh, absolutely, he did. Yeah, shared his error. He did more than share it. All right, if we want to be technically correct about it, the quickie in 2018, and then the sweep in 2017. He also shared it with Tim Duncan too, because Tim Duncan got 5 of those babies. I think he lives rent free in your head too because you're on here. You're on here, so he must be rent free in your head too. So maybe you can go get the banana and put it back in your tailpipe. But you are correct. You are correct. LeBron shared his era with Steph, Curry, and Jordan dominated. You are correct. Absolutely correct. I can't disagree with that statement because the numbers show it. Oh yeah, they're absolutely yeah. They're Denver. Yeah, I don't know who's going to be the coach next year, so that's a great question. We're gonna have to see. I mean, how can you make any assessment based? Sounds like you're not a real Mad fan because the first thing that came out of your mouth was LeBron James. So it sounds like your mouth is open already, so wide that you got it right off of them. They blow me, these bronze sexuals. I'm a real Mad fan. You ain't saying nothing about the Mavs. The first thing that came out your mouth was LeBron Raymond James, which lets me know what you really are. A bronze sexual. I don't give a damn about the wallpaper or whatever. The first thing that came out your mouth was LeBron Raymond James. You ain't a damn Mad fan. If that's the first thing. You didn't say anything about Anthony Davis. You didn't say anything um, about Kyrie, Klay Thompson, the current team. The first thing that came out of your mouth was LeBron Ramon James. You want to know why? It's because you got it squeezed so tight. You might make some coconut juice afterwards. I'm talking to a person who ain't got no followers. So what does that matter? And you don't know how many people I got on my live because I'm streaming everywhere. So your numbers are inaccurate, actually. Yet you're on here. You see how idiotic you sound? You see how low brain your frequency is? Your frequency is so low and you're so uneducated, you just make assumptions. Now, you need to be a good little boy and go back to milking that LeBron in your house. I don't care. Anybody can say that. I got 5 pages, first of all. My YouTube page is bigger than yours, number one, okay, with millions of views on a weekly basis. My Instagram page is bigger than yours with millions of views in a week. So it's like none of that matters to me. Now, Lil Bow Wow, you on here and you been on here. So it's like it's very weird. It's very weird. If what I'm saying ain't true, you would have hopped off the live. So Bow Wow, what you should do is hop off the live and stop talking. I don't care what my hat is. You need to go milk that cow and put the juice all over her face that you got in in the picture. That's what you should be doing. I don't care what you talking about. You on my live right now. You on my live. So that means you must be pressed. That's what it is. That means you must be pressed because when I see other people that I don't really have time to engage with, I just keep moving. But obviously, you got your panties. I think that's what you wear. It's probably panties in a bunch. Your panties are in a bunch. Okay. I don't know what Victoria's Secrets, what it is, but your panties are in the bunch. Your panties are in the bunch, right? And you're pressed over LeBron. Because that's the first thing that came out your mouth is LeBron. I don't have any views close to 1 million. You sure about that? All right. Let me go ahead on and let me go ahead on and show you that I got over 1 million comments. That matter. Let me just 1 million views. I can go ahead and show you that right now. That's just simple. That's simple. Okay. All right. Okay, we'll go ahead and bring that up. That's just gonna be easy. Right, number one. Let me turn you. Let's give you the return rate here. Let me bring that to you. I'm gonna bring that up. right now. Okay. All right. All right. Hold on 1 second. Let's bring this up. Let's bring up these analytics. All right. Now, let's go ahead and bring this up. Analytics. Okay. We've got 113,000 returning viewers. Okay. So now, 113,000 viewers. Now, let's go ahead and bring up. Uh, let's go ahead and bring up. That's yeah. I stream across all platforms. I stream across multiple platforms. So you're missing it now. Okay, now let's see this here. Wait, we need to go to. That's just on YouTube. We're not even talking about on Instagram. This is on YouTube. So you don't have 113,000 returning viewers. But I don't even know why we need to provide you with that information. It's but you're on here. That's the crazy thing about it. Because let's see what we did this week. Let's see what we did 500,000 views this week almost. All right. Okay, let's bring this up. We've been at 500,000. All right. What does that say? 496,000 views, right? 496,000 views. Okay. All right. 496,000. Okay. I mean, I could keep going. Okay. He's not going to show anything because he doesn't have. So we got 496,000 views. So if I did that in a couple weeks, then what you think we touching in a month? All right. Exactly. Exactly. See, Braun sexuals just can't have it. You just when you lose in an argument, when you can't defend LeBron as your GOAT, because he lost in the final 6 times, that's when you start wondering everywhere else. That's when everything else starts coming out. No easy win away. He went away fast. He can't provide any views. Neither can the other guy. Now, bye. And then, all right, so we're gonna enjoy this Mavs game. I'm sorry, not the Mavs game. The Sacramento Kings. I don't even know if this is a game worth enjoying. Two more games after the season. With the Sacramento Kings and the Denver Nuggets. I think Denver is in trouble. I think they're in trouble. Yeah, that's why I shut it down. He looked on Facebook and said we had 9 people watching, and I'm like, well, I mean, you don't see what I see. We have a lot of people watching. So, uh, someone was on Facebook saying there was only 9 people watching. I'm like, but you don't see the other numbers that I see, and all the comments that we're getting, etc. Yeah. Yeah. So, and then when you click on their profile, they got 5 followers. There's like a no YouTube page, and then they wouldn't even know how to do YouTube if you set them up and told them. I used to have a guy who would be doing that stuff because he was a big LeBron fan, and so when we start busting him out, he would do something like that, and it was like, well, let me see you do it. Let me see you go live and see how many people. Or he would never get any comments on his post. He would say something about LeBron or Michael and got no comments. Well, we get thousands of comments and thousands of views a week. So it's like, yeah, exactly. When we start spitting facts, that's what they got to do. Why would I give him any on my platform? I don't like. He probably needs me. I don't need him. I don't need him. All right, man. I'm gonna get out of here, man. I'm gonna enjoy this game. Enough of talking to the sexuals. Uh, Maybe you need to go ahead and order that doll off Amazon. I'm sure it'd bring you comfort to put it next to you when you get ready to go to sleep, and you can hug it.